It's Stephanie, and welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Steph. Last episode, I talked about what I'm no longer available for, the boundaries I live by now, the lines I've drawn to protect my peace. And if you listened to that episode and felt like, yeah, that hit, then this one is for you. Because after you learn how to protect your life, the next step is learning how to receive it. Today, I want to talk about what I'm ready to receive now. Not from a place of need, nor a place of proving, but from a place of alignment. This episode is about letting good things stay, about opening your hands instead of clenching your fists, about trusting that's what meant for you will come at the right time. So if you've been healing, setting boundaries, getting clearer about who you are, then you are in the right place. Ahí vamos. There was a time when receiving felt uncomfortable for me. Not because I didn't want good things, but because I always felt like giving was the one thing that filled my cup and not receiving. I think deep down I always felt like if I received, it meant I had to give double the effort back. And the crazy part, even though I thought that, it never felt like an obligation. I actually gave with intention and love. But with time, I realized that I overextended myself for a very long time. I was so used to being the strong one, the independent one, the one who figured it out alone. So when something good showed up, support, opportunity, ease, my first instinct wasn't gratitude. It was tension. I would think, okay, this person did this for me. Now, how can I give back? I was the person to devote to others without considering my own self-regulation. And I did it all because I care about who surrounds me. And I couldn't receive without needing to give back. Survival mode teaches you how to endure, but it doesn't teach you how to receive. I grew up in a household where you have to work to earn everything. And that's a great thing because it took me far in life. But somewhere along the line, life became in a way like work for me. Like I needed to earn it. And at some point, life stopped feeling like living. And I started feeling like something I had to earn every day. And it blinded me in ways where I wasn't living for me, but for everyone else. And I didn't realize how much I was blocking blessings by feeling like I had to earn everything. I can honestly say that it took losing absolutely everything for me to realize that I was not living for me. I was living to hold the life that surrounded me. Healing showed me those wounds, but becoming taught me how to stay open. When my life arrived in a box, if you can understand that metaphor, I realized how much of myself I had been carrying for everyone. And I realized that there was so much I needed to leave behind internally. That's where my self-love started. And I can say today that I live for me and I'm ready to receive without guilt, without rushing, without questioning myself. I'm ready to receive things that feel safe. I'm ready to receive opportunities that align with who I am and not who I used to be. And that include new environments, friendships, community. I'm ready to receive joy without waiting for something to go wrong. And honestly, I already have. And maybe the biggest one, I'm ready to receive things without shrinking, without performing, without proving that I deserve them. Because I already do. And it is true when they say that when you put your guard down and intentionally open yourself to receive, you become aligned. And you start to manifest your life without forcing it. And that is God and the universe speaking to you. Now, I want to mention something that has been very hard for me, which is letting good things stay. This has been probably one of my biggest lessons lately. And it's not sabotaging them, not questioning them to death, and not bracing for impact the moment life feels calm. Because after devoting your life to others and feeling empty because of not getting half the energy back, you start to question if you will ever be understood how you want to be. There was a version of me that I didn't know how to sit in peace. But again, chaos felt familiar. So when things felt steady, my nervous system didn't know what to do with that. But now I let myself enjoy the moment. I let happiness exist without interrogating it. I let peace be peace. I let in opportunities that arise and I take them. I trust my instinct and I take risks that are necessary for me. I move with intention and I receive blessings with love. I accept what comes without feeling the need to give back. And above all, I trust God with my whole life. I had to learn that peace doesn't need to be interrogated. It just needs to be trusted. And when something feels good, I don't ask, is this something real? Instead, I say, how can I expand here? And that's self-love. I started receiving with more ease, more supportive conversations, more aligned opportunities, and a version of peace I didn't have to fight for. I do want to be clear about this part because receiving comes in all shapes and forms. Receiving doesn't mean settling. It doesn't mean saying yes to whatever shows up. And it definitely doesn't mean lowering your standards just because something is offered. Receiving means allowing what aligns to meet you in every area of your life. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about work, opportunities, friendships, spaces, conversations, energy. I used to accept things just because they were available. A job that paid the bills but drained my spirit. Opportunities that looked good on paper but felt heavy in my body. Friendships that required me to shrink, over-explain, and overextend. And I told myself, well, at least it's something. But now, I don't receive anything that costs me my space. I'm not available for work that exhausts me but doesn't value me. I'm not available for opportunities that require me to betray myself. I'm not available for friendships that feel one-sided, competitive, or emotionally unsafe. And that goes for relationships too. And I'm definitely not available for environments where my nervous system is always on edge. What I receive now has to feel respectful, reciprocal, grounded, aligned with who I am becoming, not who I used to be. And that doesn't make me difficult. It makes me grounded and intentional. Because here's the truth. You don't block blessings by having standards. You block blessings by saying yes to what was never meant to stay. Sometimes we're not afraid of losing things. We're just afraid of finally having them. Receiving is not about grabbing everything that comes your way. It's about recognizing what belongs in your life and having the confidence to let the rest pass. And when you live that way, life starts meeting you differently. En la vida hay que saber cómo actuar, y no solamente porque uno es bueno. I also want to touch up on receiving through faith. And this part feels important to say. I don't ask for outcomes anymore. I don't beg God for things that I'm not ready to hold. I say to God, align me, prepare me, remove what isn't for me, bless what's meant for me. And this one that I'm about to say, I had to give credit to a friend of mine. And now I say to God, protect me from myself. I trust God enough now to know that what's for me will find me at the right time. So I no longer live in a hurry. I trust in God's timing. And that trust is what allows me to open my hands instead of gripping out of fear. And if you're listening to this and thinking, I've done the work, I've healed, I've set boundaries, but I still feel scared to receive. I want you to hear this. You don't have to rush. You don't have to force yourself to be ready either. And you don't have to prove anything to receive what's meant for you. Receiving doesn't mean you're dropping your guard. It means you're finally trusting yourself, and it means you're letting your alignment lead. And that's powerful. And when you recognize that, I want you to know that you are evolving and you have awareness. And that is the first step into accepting to receive. So I'll leave you with this. You didn't heal just to survive better. You healed so you can live fuller. You set boundaries so you could receive with clarity. You did the work so you could open your life to what actually fits. And if you're in a season where things are arriving, love, peace, opportunities, ease, let them. You don't have to earn what's aligned. You just have to open your heart intentionally. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing yourself. Message me on Instagram, Unfiltered Steph Podcast, or message me below and tell me, what are you ready to receive? I love connecting with you guys. We are all in this together to grow, to evolve, and to be better for ourselves. And if you know anyone that needs to hear this message, share this episode with someone who's learning how to open their hands again. Until next time, stay true, stay raw, and remember, life doesn't come with a filter.